We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the FA Cup. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Flying Pig HD here with a little match reaction video for you. Come on my son, we are the FA Cup champions of England. Have some of that. We've won the game in extra time 2-1. Jesse Lingard with the volley. What an absolute bit of technique from Jesse. Great finish into the top left hand corner to give us the victory. And an FA Cup long overdue. Finally a bit of silverware, something to celebrate as a Manchester United fan. 3 years since Fergie left, we have been starved of trophies at Manchester United. So it is absolutely fantastic to get this one in the bag amongst a shit grab season under Louis van Gaal. Today the game actually started very Louis van Gaal-esque. Manchester United had about 85% possession and did sod all with it really. I mean, we were creating the better chances, but few and far between. Palace looked dangerous on the counter-attack, on the break, on set pieces of course, and it was a very open and evenly contested game really. Not open for most of the game actually, but when the first goal went in there, it really did ignite the spark in what was then an FA Cup tie. The goals come from Jason Punch and David De Gea. Perhaps should be doing better, but there's a powerful effort at the near post. Way too easy for them to find Punching down the left there. He's taken it towards goal and tucked it past David De Gea. Alan Pardew, what is Alan Pardew doing with that freaking dance, Alan? Sort your freaking life out, son. You look like a pissed up dad at a wedding, and I for one was ashamed of you, and I freaking don't even like you. So, God knows what your kids think, but it really was quite embarrassing. I wanted to chin him. But thankfully that was actually the spark that ignited it for Manchester United, at least until the end of the 90 minutes, because we went right up the other end of the pitch. Wayne Rooney with a fantastic run, dragging Palace's defenders all over the place. He takes it out wide, elegant ball in, back across the box. Marouane Fellaini chests it down, the ball gravitated towards Marouane Fellaini's big magnet head all day, so I wasn't surprised about that. He's put it down on a play for Juan Mata, who's put it away, son. Get in there, Juan Mata, to give us the equaliser in normal time there and take the game to extra time. Have some of that, Juan Mata. The only player in Manchester United side to actually have won the FA Cup before today. Now we've got a lot more Manchester United players with an FA Cup medal. Get in there! Crazy how the likes of Wayne Rooney, etc. haven't actually won the FA Cup, but now they have anyway. It was a pretty drab game of football, Dutch tactics, sidey, passy, pass, possession style football from the majority of the game. And Crystal Palace, as I say, they caused us problems on the break with set pieces and they very nearly won the game. When the game's gone to extra time, they looked like they're more likely to score. They had us hemmed in at times. They were causing us problems with set pieces. The pace and trickery of the likes of Balassi, the likes of Zaha, causing us all sorts of problems. But we managed to deal with it to an extent. And then what happens? Mike Smalling gets himself freaking sent off. You absolute numpty, Mike. What a time to go and get yourself sent off. Yes, Crystal Palace were through on goal. I'd rather they were through on goal and played out that chance than to have 10 men for the last 10-15 minutes of the game. We were very light at the back there, and it could have cost us the FA Cup, really. Or could have gone to extra time, lost on penalties, who knows. So Chris Smalling, amongst a fantastic season, to become only the 4th ever man to be sent off in an FA Cup final. You've had a mare, son. But in the end, I don't really give a shit, because it doesn't matter. Because we won the freaking game, because Jesse Lingard's popped up with a fantastic volley. A fantastic volley, pure technique from the lad. Antonio Valencia's done ever so well getting it down the right leg, somehow getting it through past the left back there for Palace, and he's taken it through him. He's found the ball, it's popped up somehow for Jesse Lingard, and Lingard smacked it with pure technique into the top left hand corner to give Manchester United the victory in the FA Cup final. Come on my son, that's what I'm talking about, Jesse. So, great to see, great occasion. It was a pretty poor game of football. The referees had an absolute shocker. If I was Crystal Palace, I'd be right pissed off, because he was basically our man of the match today. Usually I call him Mark Twattenberg, but today I shall call you Mark Clattenburg, because you've done us a big favour, really. In the first half, they were through and goal. They basically had a chance. They should have been given the advantage, and they weren't. Mark Clattenburg pulled the play back, and thankfully, thankfully he did that, because it could have cost us a goal right early on there. But overall, we've deserved it. Of course, we have dominated the game in terms of possession, in terms of chances. But Crystal Palace, you've got to give them a lot of credit for the way they played. Very well set up. They'll feel hard done by, like I say, Mark Twattenberg. Oh, there we go again. But Twattenberg's, not done them any favours tonight. They've put up a good performance against us. But Manchester United have had the courage, the determination and the will to hang on there. Our substitute, Jesse Lingard, coming on there to rescue it for us and rescue the 3 points in extra time there. What did you make of the performance out there? I thought it was generally quite decent. I liked the style of football since when the goal went in anyway for the last period of the normal time. That was nice to see, but before that, it was more Louis van Gaal boredom, quite frankly, and I can't wait until that Dutch toad leaves his post at Manchester United. Surely now he'll be happy enough. He's won himself the FA Cup, only got a year left on his contract, might as well just resign. Save yourself some face, Louis, and resign, and then let Jose Mourinho come in and guide us to the Champions League football once again next season, and the Premier League trophy, which is what we should be challenging for, really. It's great to win the FA Cup, but let's not forget this is the third trophy in terms of importance that we're competing for this season. The Champions League, of course, is probably the pinnacle of football, and then the Premier League is more important than the FA Cup. We're all agreed on that. We didn't even finish in the top 4 in the Premier League, so it's not good enough. But we have won the FA Cup. We have got a bit of silverware. The last 3 years since Fergie left, we've been absolutely starved of silverware. We've had that Dutch freaking toad, Louis van Gaal, in charge for the last 2 seasons, and then before that, that goblin David Moyes, who was a complete calamity as well. But at least Louis van Gaal has managed to take us to the FA Cup final and get the job done there, by hook or by crook, in the FA Cup. He's got his silverware, he'll be happy. Now piss off, lad. Oh, yes! Come on! Anyway, just wanted to make a little match reaction video for you, see how you guys are celebrating this. Please do get comments below. Let me know what you guys are doing now, after the game, on Saturday night. I'm probably going to have a few bevies, I'm not kidding. But anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. Some good performances out there today in general. I think Rooney has pulled the strings in the centre of the park there. Very Paul Scholes-esque once again. At times it even looked like Paul Scholes. I think Martial and Rashford up top there, been very, very good indeed, causing them all sorts of problems. Rashford just got so much intelligence, his flicks, his runs. He looks like such a great player. He did pick up a little injury today. Hopefully it's not too serious, because we need him for the Euros, I think. I'd say Roy Hodgson, take him to the Euros, because he's a very handy player to have. Very intelligent for his years as well, and that pace and that ability to take on a man is just so important at that level. So anyway, this is Mr. Flying Pig HD here. Thank you very much for watching this video. Get commenting with your thoughts and opinions on the game and the performance below. We've won the game of football. Thank you very much, Louis van Gaal, for your 2 years service, which has been quite frankly shit the entire time, but you have managed to win us the FA Cup. Cheers for that. Now piss off, son. That's how I feel. Thanks very much for watching this video. Chuck a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Flying Pig HD and Facebook Mr. Flying Pig HD. Until next time, this has been Mr. Flying Pig HD. Have yourself a freaking good one. And come on, United, yeah! Come on, my son!